Hey guys, today I have a review of a product that I wanted to share with you all, and unfortunately it's a negative review, but the good thing about that is it's very honest. I'm giving you an objective opinion, and I'm going to get started. So the product is Lancome's Effacernes Waterproof Concealer. Not sure if I'm pronouncing it right, but this is what it looks like. Um, yeah, it is specifically marketed as an under eye circle concealer. So it says, use over or under foundation or all alone to camouflage under eye circles with a soft matte finish. I guess I'll start with the positive. This concealer is very creamy. It goes on very smoothly. I don't find that it settles too badly into the, tiny fine lines around your eyes. But for me, the main problem with this concealer is, it's simply not opaque enough. I'll use some because I really don't care too much about wasting this product, even though it costs $30, which is part of my disappointment. But this is the color I'm using, Bronze 4, and this is what it looks like. And it blends very easily, and it's kind of misleading because I did a test with this, and you can see like some blue veins in my hands, and it would completely, it's not coming up, they're not really coming up anyway, but it would completely cover them. So I thought, okay, it's pigmented enough that it will cover these bad boys up. It won't be a problem. That's not the case. I actually wore this today just to show you guys. Normally, I really wouldn't even wear this concealer, and I wish I had someone to give it to or something. But as you can see, I still have dark circles. You can't even see how badly they are because of the lighting or whatever, but they're there. They're visible. Look around at different angles. But the thing about this concealer is it's just not opaque enough. If you put it on, actually, okay, I put on 3 layers today, and it gave me pretty much this look. I mean, granted, it's 5:12 p.m. right now, and I went in early today. I got to work at 6 o'clock today, so this has been on for over 12 hours. But I will say, some concealers have better staying power than others. This stayed okay. It didn't stay as well as the concealer that I prefer, the concealer I usually use, but it stays pretty well. So this is a pretty good picture of how well it covers. If anything, normally what will happen with a good concealer that I consider good and works well for me, is I will actually have lighter, because I have like my concealer is like a shade lighter because that's how the reps tend to match me. But my mineral foundation will wear off, but my concealer will still be there. This is marketed as a waterproof concealer. The other one that I use is marketed as a waterproof concealer, and I feel like that one really is. This one, I don't even know. I don't even care. It's just not. It's not good. I didn't want to be harsh. I mean, I wanted to like it. I actually broke my neck to get this product. Like I, went to a different town because my town doesn't have a Sephora. It has an Ulta, and Ulta does not sell this. Just certain things Ulta does not carry, and this is one of them. So I've read good things about it online, and you know what? I mean, clearly this is working for some people. Unfortunately, I'm not one of them. Unfortunately, I paid just a couple bucks shy of $30 for this little tube, and I'm sure it would have lasted a long time. I mean, I guess I'm going to use it. I used it for, I had like a dark mark here from an old pimple, whatever, but it doesn't cover under my eyes, and I actually started wearing makeup pretty recently. The only reason I started was to cover my under eye circles. I had them since I was a child, and I've never really gotten enough rest, but I think that they are also hereditary. My dad has them. So I feel like this is not worth the time, especially if you're looking for an under eye concealer and it's marketed as such, so you would think you can trust it. I would go for something else. If not, go try it on, walk around with it on, you know, if possible, order it or go back the next day. Like, really give it a chance because it's $30. Don't just go and, you know, find reviews like I did and trust that it's going to work out for you, because it's just not necessarily going to do that. I put on 3 layers. They all, you know, went on smoothly, but who cares if it's not, you know, doing the job. It's a concealer. It should conceal, and it's not doing that for me. So I will show you what I usually use. Excuse me. This is slightly embarrassing, but it is called Sephora's Perfecting Cover Concealer, and I think it is basically a knockoff of Makeup Forever's Full Cover Concealer. And I'll show you what this looks like. I actually have a broken tube, okay? I'm not rough with my makeup, with my things in general, but this is the tube. Okay, yeah. You'll notice a lack of a cap, and the reason is that, you know, and I'm not the only person this has happened to because I looked it up. After a while, like, you'll go to cover this up. The next time you go to open it, I'm sorry, it's leaking out and it's distracting me. But the next time you go to open it, the part of the lid, the little nozzle, similar to this, the little nozzle will get stuck in the cap. It's just a cheaply packaged product, okay? So I'm going to start by saying that because I don't want you to hear, oh, you know, this is a good product, and not hear the downsides of it, because I would have recommended this product. The product itself is good, but, okay, this was $16 for 0.5 ounces, okay? It would have lasted a long time. It's wasting a ridiculous amount of product. It's wasting it right now. It's no longer sanitary. It doesn't even have a lid. This is a waste. And that's because of a cheaply packaged product. So if you're trying to save money by buying a knockoff or buying a store brand or whatever, you know, obviously you have to take value in, you know, a cheaper price does not necessarily mean better value, and this is the perfect example of that. Otherwise, I will say it covers very well, and I will show you guys this, but in most of my videos for now, this is what I'll be wearing, I guess. But it covers well. If anything, it's a bit, it will settle into lines if you're not careful. And I feel like you really have to start with a little bit and add more until, you know, you get the look that you want. This is more likely to settle into lines, like I said, but this is a pretty damn opaque product. And I'm pretty happy with this, but what I'm going to do is, when I get tired of using it, because the packaging is ridiculous, or when it runs out or whatever, I think I'm going to actually just try the Makeup Forever Full Cover Concealer. I actually did try it on in the store, and I felt like the colors that they gave me were always just too light for me. And I didn't end up getting it. I ended up thinking that these looked pretty similar, so I just went for it. But just the packaging alone makes me not want to buy that again. Oh, I forgot to mention, this actually happened with 2 bottles of this. So between that and, you know, go to Sephora.com or something, you'll see people complaining about the packaging breaking. That's not worth it. $16 for this versus, I don't know, probably like $30, I think, for the Makeup Forever. But how much of this am I wasting every time I'm using? You know, because the hole that it's coming out of is bigger, much bigger than it's supposed to be, because the little concentrator tip is gone. So that's going to go a lot faster than, you know, 2 times than, you know, that would make up for, you know, price difference between this and the Makeup Forever. So that's what I'm going to be trying next. If you guys have any other suggestions, please let me know. I'm still on the search for the perfect concealer, which is the whole reason I got into makeup. So I'm kind of disappointed, I'm not gonna lie. Like, I don't know. I've tried 2 of Iman's. I think she only has 2, so both of Iman's concealers. And first of all, one of them only had 3 shades, so that was like the liquidy one in this little click up tube threw it out, and it just didn't match me well enough. It looked really gray, but I know that the next one would have been way too dark. The first one would have been way too light, and so I went for the clay, and it just didn't work out. And then I believe I tried something like clay medium in her potted concealer, and you know, honestly, I took that back to Ulta because I just couldn't get it to work for me. But that was more in the beginning of my makeup trials and tribulations. So I don't really know how I would feel about it now. I feel like in general though, thick concealers do the job because, you know, for a lot of us, it's not just, I don't know if it's all of us, but certainly for me, it's not just darkness that's here. The circles go in, like they're indented, kind of. So a thick concealer, I'm thinking, would do a better job of covering that up. But I feel like they don't move. I mean, if it's going to look really artificial, I don't know. So if anybody can think of one that's thick, but it moves around, and, you know, there's a big variety of colors, because that's very important to me too. I have tried on a concealer that matched me so well that I would not have had to wear foundation, and I would prefer not to have to wear foundation. I wear foundation to blend everything after I put on this concealer that doesn't match my exact skin tone. But actually, Makeup Forever's HD concealer, I was a 355 honey, and it matched my skin perfectly. I don't know if it would now that I have my summer tan. I tan very fast and very dark in the summer, but it matched me perfectly when I went in the winter time a few months ago. And I tried to match it up with a comparable full cover concealer because I wanted full coverage, and it was cheaper for the amount that you got, but they use a different color naming system, which is so obnoxious for their for their different concealers. So anyway, I'm going to wrap this up. I don't want to ramble on forever. Bottom line, if you're using Lancome Effacernes for under eye circles, I would suggest going another route. And a cheap alternative that works pretty well for the product itself is the Sephora Perfect Cover Concealer, but the packaging sucks. I also wouldn't waste my time with that. And the second that I find a concealer that works for me, you guys will know, because I will be so happy. I'm going to record it. I'm going to show you it in action. I'll show myself applying it and everything. And until then, I guess I'll be using this, which is leaking more and more by the second. Look at that. Look at that. Anyway. Well, thank you for watching, and until next time, bye.